Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you're well. Right, we're back here in the Shire. And yeah, it's going well. I think we've got a decent little village set up here so far. Producing a lot more wood now that we've got our extra lumber camp going over here. So what are we doing today? Two things on my list for today. We're going to be doing our manor house up on the hill here, I think. But also I want to get fish production over here on this little lake, or possibly on this lake actually, doesn't really matter. And the reason for that is that you've got people like these people here that are working over here, but they've got to go all the way over here to get their food and their church. They need food more than church, so yeah, it's quite a long way for them to walk. So if I can set something up over here and have a small marketplace for fish, I think that'll really help them out. I could actually just set up another marketplace for berries and people will walk and get them, and I will do that soon. In fact, the other thing that I am going to do is get a few more water stations put in. So water stations are needed by everyone a lot. So it's always a good idea wherever you expand to make sure you've got water stations all over the place. So these people up here are quite a long way away from water, so we'll just get one in there. So you've got one up there, you've got one there, and now you've got one over here. I'm not fussed about these. Like this lumber yard here is temporary, so I'm not bothered about that. But we'll get one across there eventually. So I'll tell you what I am actually going to do. Let's just get another berry one done for now. So we're simply going to build another. Oh, I forgot about a food sign. I'll do that in a minute. So yeah, we're simply going to do another marketplace actually over here. Or actually, should I do it next to this one? Well, it's not that far from that one then. It feels like it's too close. No, let's get it in here. Let's get it next to this granary. So we're going to do the red market tent again. And we're going to do some splendor. So we're going to get our little food sign, which gives us a couple of points of splendor. So let's do that. There is something else that I've just realized I haven't done. So let's just come into this one as well. I'm just going to edit this one and add a food sign to this guy as well. So that we get that extra splendor again. Is it splendor? I keep saying the wrong word. Yes, it is splendor, that one. Splendor and influence. I always get them around the wrong way. Okay. Oh look, there are people not using certain benches much. Actually, no, I think they might just be using them. Maybe I've got too many benches. Never mind. It's all good. What is it I realised I hadn't done? Oh, cloth. So we're going to need to store some cloth somewhere. So I think what I'll do actually, 200 stone over here should be plenty to keep us going. So what I'm actually going to do is store cloth in there, because cloth is an important thing to keep in. So we've got 10, but we need more. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to keep it at 20. That's a good amount, I think, to keep it at. Right, let's move on to our manor house. So the manor house, oh, hang on, where is the manor house? Have we not unlocked it yet? Where do we unlock the manor house? It's here, isn't it? There we go. So there's our manor house. So we haven't unlocked this yet because we don't have... What don't we have? Labour, Splendor. Okay, so yeah, we need to get a load of Splendor. Oh, hang on, what have we got here? Collecting taxes. Yeah, I might do. I don't really want to tax my people, but we'll see. We might have to. So the manor house has all sorts of things in. You've got your tax office, your great hall, which is where people come and visit you. You've also got, well, I'll show you. Hang on, what else is there? It's storage. So where are we? We've got... Oh, there's the fortifications. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for before. Treasury, that's the word I was looking for. You've got the bailiff's office and you've got your treasury. Treasury is so you can increase how much gold you can hold on to. So that's really important. So we're going to need that. So we need 25 labour splendor, which I guess I'm going to get from building this. So we're going to build a great hall. So what do we get from these things? So nothing from here. Yeah, so these things will give us some splendor. as with all of these things. So I need 25 Splendor. Right, okay, well let's just do a bit of building and see where we end up. So this is my house, basically. So you want it to look nice. There's a lot I haven't unlocked, so it's going to be fairly basic to start with. So you've got to have a house, you've got to have a door, and you've got to have your visitor location. So this basically is just an arrow that points where the people stand when they come and visit. So obviously you want that looking at the door. And now I could build that as it is, but I do like to make it look a bit nicer with one of them. That's what I'm going to do, because these towers and things look great, but they don't serve any purpose yet. But once I've unlocked the taxation, once I've unlocked the treasury, I can build them as an extra and then make them as treasury, so they actually serve a purpose. Now, what have we got here that I could put in? Oh no, that was 20, that's too much. Right, let's get a couple of these in. Right, at the moment I'm still only getting 2 labour Splendor from this, which is not much at all. What else we got? These offer that was 3, this is 1, 1. Wow, you don't get a lot from some of these things, do you? What do we got here? We've got 3 for a simple passageway, but it's kind of a bit of building that doesn't do anything, isn't it? It looks quite good though, actually, so I don't mind sticking one of those on the side. We've got a weather vane. That's definitely worth putting on, actually. Let's turn that round. That gives you 3, so I'm up to 8 Splendor there. So we're getting somewhere. I could do some fence. I'll tell you what, these hedges look nice. Maybe I could do a bit of hedge work in some capacity. Make a little garden out the front here. Might look quite nice. Something like this, and then I can maybe come sideways and out to here. Try and make it look square if I can. Not very good at this sort of thing. Hang on, let's look from above. Right. Yeah, so that's nowhere close to square, is it? Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay, so it hasn't given us Splendor, but it's given us a bit of scope to try and do something else like this. So we've got this little nice archway that we could put in. That looks kind of cool. Let's get back to our hedging. Just bring that back, so hopefully it doesn't look dodgy. Very hard to make that look really good, but I think that looks okay. So we're up to, we're still only on 10, but I could make a little rose garden, couldn't I? Which will add a load. What's this costing me so far? A load of resources, not really a lot of money, which is good, although these cost 5 up front. Do I pay that straight away? No. It's not telling me what it's costing, but there we go. Let's just make our little rose garden here. See, we're slowly creeping towards that 25. Where are we? 19 people. Okay, we're doing okay. What about these ones? You got a wooden shed, a stable. Ooh, a roofed stable. That's nice. What does that cost? Just a load of planks. Yeah, I can easily do that. I could stick that on the side. That's another 3. One's a 21. Come on, we're nearly there. What should we do? Let's do a couple of nice little. No, that's not good. Let's do a tree. Terracotta planter. Let's get a tree in the middle, in the corner. Sorry, in there. Let's get a bench. There we go. We'll get a little bench underneath the tree, which will give us 2. Ah, hang on. I need one more. We'll get one here as well. build. Right, it's going to cost me 100, but that's fine. We're making money, and that is going to give us our 25 Splendor. Look at that, Labour Tier 2 reached already. Fantastic. Let's check that out. So now I can unlock the tavern, which I don't need for a long time. You've got your Manor House bit, so there's all sorts of extras there. Tier 2 Labour Privilege, I don't care about that for now. Fortifications, which are important. Bailiff, which will be important soon. And Treasury, which is also very important. So Treasury is the first one I'll unlock. We've got 11 Labour influence there, so I can do Treasury straight away. So let's get that done. And then once this is actually built, I will come up and have a look at getting the expansion done and making some of it Treasury. I'm a little bit concerned. Sometimes the graphics bug and you get the white lines stay on these fences, so I might have to play around with that a little bit. But we'll see. Once that's built, we'll go back and have a look. But great, that's really good. Let's come over here. So we've got our extra marketplace here. So we'll get someone put in, and we'll tell them to stock some berries. Now we just want to check. So when you click on a person here, so you've got Estgar. It tells you what they're doing, what job they do, what all their requirements are, their happiness, and you can find out where they live. So this guy lives 17 meters from home. So he is living there and working there, which is perfect. So that's something you can do if you think someone's living too far away from their workplace. You can evict them from their home, basically, and they will move in somewhere closer. Which is not a nice thing to do, but you do have to do it occasionally. I don't worry too much about it. You know, you can spend ages just constantly checking people to see if they live close to their workplace, but it's not really worth it, if I'm honest. Now we've got a lot of planks here. How's the selling going on the planks? Capacity is still at 100. It says capacity is 50 there, so that's interesting. Not sure why it's letting me trade 100. The maximum quantity we traded for each item per trade or visit. Oh, okay, so we're getting 2 visits in a month. Yeah, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. It's good though. Look, we're selling. Look, 77 meat. See, so that was our big money maker there. So that's really good. So yeah, we've got good money basically. We've got good money coming in. But you can quickly see here how that money fills up your treasury of 500. So you very quickly need to start expanding your treasury if you want that money to be stored. Otherwise it's wasted and you sell goods and the money disappears, which is not good. Here are your mandates. So this is where you promote people. Now that I've got my manor house, you do the open list and you can promote people, which means they need more things. So we're not going to be doing that for quite some time. Right, what is going on over here? We're still waiting for some resources. Lots of wood, tools, bit of stone, bit of planks, nothing too major. But it's a nice looking manor house. Look, someone's having a sit down in my garden. Just some random woman who's walked in and used my garden. That's fine though, I'll let them. They are my my people after all. I do hope this little glitch here disappears once the wall is built. That'd be quite annoying if not. Our people are still happy, which is great. So what I want to be looking at is getting these places looking upgraded. So we're looking at doing fortifications and patrol coverage. It's something that I do try to do early on in the game. I don't think you're really meant to do it early on in the game, but it really helps you out when you're not having to expand so much to fit people in. So what have we got here? We've got the watch post, the watchtower, and fortifications. See, it's either that or the bailiff. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to unlock that. So now that gives us our watchtower, and we've got our fortifications over here. Ah, that's only light fortification. Where's the heavy fortification? Man, is that later on? Is that? Yeah, wow, that's all the way down there. City fortifications. Yeah, okay, so we've got a long way to go basically before we get to that. That's a shame. But that's fine. We'll do light fortification for now. So light fortification and patrol coverage will increase the density up to medium. So that's good. You know, that's still a good thing. So I'll tell you what we need to do first is, if we come into this is our administration tab now, where our manor house is. And you'll see there's an extra couple of options here. So we've got treasury and we've got a watch post. So watch post is where you assign people as guardsmen. And then they will go out and patrol wherever you tell them to patrol. Which in this case will just be all these little housing blobs that we built. So we want it fairly central. So I would say we want it kind of here somewhere. And what I usually do with these, I do these towers. Because I just think they look cool. So I will put the tower in and then I'll raise the tower up. I usually get it to about 3 windows. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and a gap. And then stick a door on. And if we need more, we can expand it later on. But that's a good starting point, I find. So let's build that. And then once that's going, you can put people as patrollers and watchmen. The patrollers simply walk around where you tell them to. So they just patrol these little areas. And the watchmen go on your fortifications, which in this case will be little watchtowers. So these watchtowers, like that, you can see that they cover. So if I put one there, it will cover that little bit of housing there and that bit of housing there. So you know, it's tricky because they don't have massive coverage. So, and this is the problem with doing the housing spread out. You're going to need a lot more watchtowers to cover the same area, which isn't ideal because I find again the AI is not great when it comes to these guardsmen going into the watchtowers. But we'll figure it out. It's all good. We'll get there. We'll just have to have more watchmen basically. But that's fine. Oh good, the graphics seem to have sorted themselves out over here, even though it's not been built yet. What are we waiting on? Still waiting on lots of wood. I think they're focusing more on getting the buildings done first, which is fine. What have we got going on? Improve Northbury trade route. So yes, we need a bailiff. Look at that, we've got a visitor coming and seeing me at the front door. What do they want? Advice, earning influence. An isolated community of fishermen is looking for a kind-hearted builder. They need help constructing a bridge to connect their village to the rest of the realm. They don't have much to offer, but they promise to spread the word about your generosity among the labourers. My best builder would draw you a blueprint. That's always the best option. You've got a 90% chance of succeeding and 10% chance of failing. I've never failed, so if I do, it will be the first time. So we go with that, and then a few seconds later it will tell you success. There you go, influence earned 10. Wonderful, that's good. I think this is just telling me that there's people to be promoted, so all these people can be promoted. Where you've got that little symbol next to it, it means that it will actually make them better at their job to be promoted. And generally I only promote the people that need to be made better. So the main reason for that is when you promote someone, they need more things. Oh, hang on, let me just check this out. Message from the kingdom. The kingdom acknowledges your hard work in establishing your settlement. Thank you. 200 gold. You see, look at that. I've nearly at my capacity already. So when you promote someone, they need more. So they need more types of food, they need entertainment, they need clothing, that sort of thing. So they actually spend more of their time going around your village, gathering up those different materials and spending time doing the things they need to do, rather than doing their jobs. So you've got to be careful who you promote, because you don't want your really essential people to be spending all their time getting their needs up rather than doing their jobs. So I tend to promote people like the woodcutters, fishermen, berry pickers, because they produce so many goods that you can afford them to be doing it a bit less. But the more important jobs, you don't want them to do that. So things like, for example, where I only have one transporter in each thing, I may well not promote these guys. They're best suited to surf anyway, which is what they start off as, so it's not like they need to be promoted to be better at their jobs. But yeah, we'll discuss that as we go along and see. Look, my treasury is full, so I need to build my treasury, because look, I'm selling stuff and the money disappears because I can't store it. Oh, look at that, it's the end of my episode. So this is nearly built. Where are we? Yeah, we just need a load of wood now, don't we, to finish our hedge off. And then we'll do some expansion. And we're going to build a big old treasury, I think, at the back here. But yeah, we'll get onto that in the next episode. I think for now, that is going to do it. So, thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you're enjoying this series. It's a very relaxing game, very peaceful, very calming. Hopefully I play it and present it in a relaxing and calm way. Yeah, hopefully you'll want to play this yourself, because it is a very fun, really fun game to play. I would highly recommend it. Let me know. Leave a comment down below if you played it, if you started playing it since you've been watching my videos, if it's inspired you in any way. Anything you want to say, please do leave me a comment down below. And if you've enjoyed yourself, please hit the like button as well. I hate asking, but it really does help my channel out, and I would really appreciate that. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.